Langley City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to participate in tonight's important debate on the Parliament of Canada's response to the disturbing rise in gender-based violence that we're seeing across our country. Before I get to my remarks on this motion, I want to start by offering my sincere condolences to the families of the 7 women in Quebec who recently lost their lives in heinous acts of gender-based violence, and to all those who have been affected by this kind of violence in our country. Canada mourns your loss and your pain. And on behalf of at-risk young women across this country, I will be supporting this motion. Now, tonight I would like to talk specifically about the part of the motion that calls on Canadians to do more to combat the problem of gender-based violence. When it comes to ending violence against women, we need to look at some of the root causes. And I think one of the most glaringly obvious causes that we seem to gloss over here is the prevalence of violent pornography. The fact that anybody in the country can log into Pornhub and watch videos of women being raped is a serious problem that we need to address. Boys as young as 10 and 11 years old are easily able to access pornography, which has a massive impact on their developing brains and poisons their attitudes towards women. According to a 2010 study that analyzed 304 scenes from best-selling pornography videos, almost 90% of scenes contained physical aggression, while nearly 50% contained verbal aggression, primarily aimed at humiliation and degradation. How are we allowing this to be made so easily available? How can we expect our young men to grow up consuming this horrific material and expect to have a society where women are treated with the respect and honor they deserve? Why is it acceptable for men to get pleasure out of watching women be abused? Men are not born to hate women and see them as objects. The attitudes and behaviors that lead to gender-based violence are learned. We are never going to be able to protect women without addressing the root causes. I watched in horror the Ethics Committee testimony by David Tassillo and Ferris Antun, 2 men who sat there in front of all of Canada as if they're merely a couple of simple businessmen. These men are profiting off the complete humiliation of women, many of them minors. They talk about ensuring the best quality experience for their customers. They say they want to be the best in the world at providing online entertainment. But let's be clear, Madam Speaker. This is online entertainment that traps women in a web of shame and helplessness. Online entertainment that teaches men to view sex as nothing more than a transaction that they can pay for on demand. Madam Speaker, it is absolutely no wonder that a young, wealthy, elite politician's son could come to the conclusion that groping a female reporter is perfectly acceptable. It's no wonder that he believes he experienced things differently than she did. Of course he did. When we regularly portray women as objects, then taking that object in hand is nothing different than grabbing a beer from the fridge. Madam Speaker, it is sad that tonight, when we come here to debate the terrible scourge of violence against women, it seems that we women are again being used, that this debate may have an ulterior motive lurking below the surface. I am hoping that our words here tonight will be more than noisy gongs and clanging cymbals, that we would really care about those vulnerable daughters and granddaughters who have met death far too early at the hands of an abuser. I'm here to stand for young women across this country. I'm here to stand for my daughters and my unborn granddaughter. I want them to know that they are far more than an object to be used and discarded like yesterday's trash. You are a precious jewel. Your body is more valuable than gold. Your ability to love and care for others is immeasurable. Ignore the message that's hammered into your head by the media and popular culture day after day. You're not an object. You are not for sale. You do not deserve to be treated as trash. You are priceless. Together, with all Canadians, let's be the catalyst to building a better world for our daughters and our granddaughters, as well as our sons and grandsons. We can do this, and it just takes this to begin right here. Thank you, Madam Speaker.